new follower has joined the fray. Trollord Games, join the fray.
Who's farting?
Are we live, Chuck?
We're live. What was that noise, though?
That was my leg rubbing against.
Oh, your leg. It's leg. Hey, everyone.
Is your leg attached to a jackhammer? What the hell? It sounded mechanical.
Hey, Blaze. Sorry you feel bad, brother. Get to feeling better. Give the wolf dog a howdy.
Hey, everybody.
My shoe.
It's been a
Welcome
while
to
since
the
we've
Thursday afternoon stream. What are we doing? We're not doing Roundup today. We're dropping that nonsense. No one cares about a Roundup of trolls. We're diving into some alien tech. I think that's what
Alien tech.
Alien
Surely
tech.
you don't mean alien tech.
Alien tech. Isn't that what you said, Davis? You read an article or something?
Oh, no. Okay, so people need to correct me on this. Okay, people need to catch me up on this. All right, because I'm not going to do the deep research into it right now, but I will shortly, or as much as I'm willing to do. So the asteroid heading dead center to Earth, the mothership one that Harvard scientists keep saying is the mothership of all motherships coming to Earth. Have you guys not heard about this?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So
Wait.
Davis is
There's
talking about his
there's what is
3i
outer space?
Atlas.
What?
Huh?
What is this outer space
3i
shit?
Atlas. It's this item that has come into our solar system from intergalactic travel, whatever you want to call it. It's moving at like, I think it was 146,000 miles an hour or some kind of crazy shit. It's moving at this extraordinary speed. And the Harvard scientist that Davis is talking about, what did he say? His name is Avi Loeb of Harvard University. He figured up the odds for this interstellar item to be going at this speed, this size, and to be coming this close to Earth as 0.2%. So he postulated that it could be, he didn't say that it was, but it could be a piece of alien tech coming in our direction.
Well, okay.
So some guy said there's a 2 in 1,000 chance that it's an alien.
Yes.
Some guy said
Well,
that.
he's a Harvard professor. So
That doesn't okay.
yeah, still some guy. Yeah.
So this is the compelling evidence we've come here to discuss.
No. Wait. I thought it was different. I thought he said that it was a 0.2% or 0.02% chance that it's not an alien mothership.
Oh, you're right. Davis is right. I'm sorry. I read that wrong.
Yeah.
Davis
So
is
it's
100% right.
So out of a
Well, no. He didn't say that it's not an alien mothership. He said the chances of this object coming this close to Earth are 0.2%. So it's coming so
what is
close
this
to
close?
Earth.
What does that mean?
What is this? Let's see what
It's
it says.
actually-
The retrograde. I'll read it to you. The retrograde orbital plane of 3.1 Atlas around the sun lies within 5 degrees of that of Earth. The likelihood of that coincidence out of all random orientations is 0.2%. So I said it backwards. I said that backwards a moment ago.
Malaki got an ad for Alien
Space
Earth.
is infinite.
I think that's what he's saying. It's
What are
huge.
you basing that on, though? Well, this is like what the third extraterrestrial object that's come into our solar system.
How many times is some guy?
I don't know. My
in
mom,
front of everybody and said,
encountered a UFO when she was young.
Did she really?
Yeah,
Listen, I
She
believe
lives-
in a lot of
she lives.
crackpot stuff.
Listen. My mom
I've
wasn't a
seen a
crackpot.
ghost and I've
She was-
seen a Bigfoot. I ain't never seen a UFO.
Well, what she saw wasn't UFO. What she saw, they were walking home from school. She lived out in this is way out in the fucking Southwest Virginia woods. I mean, we're talking country, right? Her daddy was a coal miner. And they'd moved there to escape the coal mines and had a tobacco farm. She was walking home, books in hand, barefoot, dirt road, and her and her sisters, and this big ball of flame came past them and came down and hovered above them and then flew off. And I remember the first time she told me that, I told her she was full of shit. And then after she busted my ass, I didn't tell her that again. She was serious. She believed that shit, man. She believed it. She believed it. So,
She took that belt and whipped the shit out of me. I
I
believe it.
became a believer.
Yeah. I believe. So, yeah.
I think Doc Flamingo might have it explained, Davis. It's not a mothership. It's his space Uber.
Space Uber. It's good to see everybody in chat. It's been a while. We're glad.
Dude,
You kiss
know
your
that's
mother
how it
out.
would be. There's going to be Uber in space. You know, hey, I want to go to Saturn this week.
Hey,
or Alpha
I
Centauri.
think,
Southwest Virginia.
you know, if you want to talk about aliens, and as everybody knows, I've been reading a lot of this stuff, so I'm somewhere in this kind of gray zone of what's going on. But the whole, theories are always thrown out that, like, the aliens are here to help us or to save us from ourselves, or, one of the theories that Rogan tossed out that if this is a mothership, it's because we just introduced AI and they're going to come save us from AI, just like they were saving us from the nuclear weapons in the 70s. But wait. Let me finish my point. So I'll wrap it up. But I think the chances of that happening are far less than if some interstellar species develops the ability to go faster than the speed of light. Then all these UFOs we see are just teenagers. They're going like, just go to Earth, man, and do a buzz by.
There may be some truth to that.
They get in trouble when they get home. They get grounded for a couple weeks.
Well, the first theory about them saving us, that's the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
Literally the dumbest.
That's pretty dumb.
I think they're coming here for Starbucks double shots.
So, Omega Gambit says 0.2% is a higher number than the amount of CO2 in Earth's atmosphere, which is 0.04%.
Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting.
Jeremy, you had a point a moment ago.
They're here to take our stuff. Yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah. So, if whatever that crazy theory is true, that they came because of AI, that either means they have the power to look into the future, or they can travel the entire universe in 14 months. Both of those are equally kind of stupid.
I've seen some movies with spaceships that move fast.
They have to be able to move instantaneously throughout all space and time.
I'm pretty
So a
sure
TARDIS.
I saw a documentary that proved that was true. It was called Dune, I think. I think it was the name of the documentary.
Yeah. But in Dune, they fold space.
That's right. Space is
why
folded.
can't
Here, I'll show you.
aliens fold space?
Listen,
Why
let me
can't
show
they
you how
use
this works, Steve.
gravitational- Do what?
So it works like this, okay, when you have to fold space, okay? So let's say you're at one point here and you want to go from point A to point B, right?
Yeah.
So what it does is it actually folds it and you just go right through it like that right there.
You know what's great about that
You know what I mean?
explanation?
That's how you
Is
get over
that,
to it.
Interstellar stole that entire sequence.
Why
from
do you think
Event
I'm showing you
Horizon.
that? Because I just watched it like 2 nights ago.
Who stole
Again.
it from Carl Sagan.
What is that? What it's? I just know it from Event Horizon.
I love it, though.
It's the exact same scene as in Event Horizon.
That movie is amazing, though. Sorry.
Somewhere,
Changed my
now,
mind.
someone out there is going to have to school us, because somewhere I remember reading something about in Einsteinian physics, the weight of things becomes such that the gravitational, it causes the space to fold somewhat. So I think the idea is that you can use the weight of an object to fold space. And
A black hole is so dense that it,
is that what it is, Jeremy?
yeah, it's a black hole.
Yeah.
Black
So
hole
am I.
is a super dense object, and it
As far as you know,
there's time dilation the closer you get to the event horizon.
but you don't really know
So
100%.
time proceeds slower. It's the same thing as I guess it's similar to the closer you get to the speed of light, the slower thing, the quicker, yeah, the slower things perceive you, and the quicker you perceive everything else. So if you were to instantly reach the speed of light, you would basically be like a photoreal still of yourself, not moving at all.
I'm going with time and gravity don't exist, so all that shit's
Okay.
wrong with you.
All right.
Jeremy's like, okay.
I swear to God, you watch. I'm going to be proven right by the
I
time.
don't really think we need gravity. Like things were fine before it was invented. You know?
Gravity is just sort of an after effect. You know how like the whole force for the trees thing? That's what gravity is. It's just
Yeah.
like an after effect of all the other things that are going on. It's like
It's an after effect of all the crap we built and put in my garage that I can't seem to throw away.
That's your personal orbit.
That's right.
DM Center says that is the perfect.
My theory is on all of this stuff is that we as Homo sapiens have not even begun to scratch the surface of what we need to know about all of these things. We've just kind of dove into it. It doesn't mean that we're like, and people always compare, those people in these circles are like, these people are so advanced that our things are like dogs, but that's just not the case. We clearly are moving on an extraordinary trajectory of development since my grandmother, as I like to say, she pointed out the wagon tracks that the wagon took her to school on. This is back in 92 or 93. The tracks are still there. And here we are with whatever AI crap we're doing. And we got Voyager, whatever that damn thing is out. And
That's what they call it in this. That's what they call that in Star Trek: The Motion.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it beyond the Kuiper Belt now? I can't remember. It's in the Kuiper Belt for sure, but I think it's beyond it. I think it.
Well, Voyager fell into a black hole.
Well, I think it. But I'm talking about
you mean in real life?
Voyager
the Voyager
1,
probe.
I think, is beyond the Kuiper Belt. I think.
the Voyager thing? I always thought this was strange about them calling it Voyager or whatever. Because wouldn't you think that advanced technology who could like do all that stuff that it did, contain all of those worlds in its mothership, know enough to like get the rust off?
Then we wouldn't have that great scene where William Shatner literally spells out the reveal.
Yeah.
And he says it all. It's like VOYGER, Voyager.
So Keith, the Gamer
Great
Geek
movie.
says
That's my favorite Star Trek movie.
he says that Voyager 1 has passed the heliopause into the interstellar space.
So it is gone, which is pretty amazing for
That's
us.
pretty
but
crazy.
I still think there's lots to learn, lots we don't understand about physics, space, travel, time.
Oh, yeah.
I think most of it's wrong. Or I don't want to say wrong. I want to say it's going to be amended such that in 100 years they'll be looking like how did they really think that kind of stuff?
I think you're 100. It's just like what Aristotle said that we were the center of the universe, and who's up next? Kepler said that no, the solar system is, and then Galileo's like no, blah 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 blah.
Now we know we're just on the ass end somewhere. We know we're not in the center of the universe.
I think some stuff is demonstrably very accurate, like
for sure.
The model for gravity was so like precise and like the motions of the heavens that scientists were able to predict where bodies would be in space, and then they would go and look and they would be there.
Yeah.
Because they're like, there's these weird anomalies with how the math of the universe should be working.
Right.
That's how they would discover stuff.
So no doubt that a lot of it that we have discovered is true and won't be disproven. But some stuff will no doubt. Okay, we interpreted this wrong. We did this wrong. We missed whatever. But I think it's funny, and I know I can't tell if you're joking, but you say that you've seen ghosts and you've seen Bigfoot, but you've not seen an alien. That shouldn't be evidence that there aren't visitors to the planet.
If you're going to hit me with absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Yes, you're right. That's true.
But
for
you to believe it, do you have to be the one that sees it?
No, but I would have to. I mean, there's some enormous hurdles, like just fundamentally that we'd have to get over, for me to like even consider it remotely possible. Like,
Okay,
there
coming
would
from,
have
I'm like the hyper skeptic, right?
Yeah, both of you are, which is great.
I barely believe my tractor is still out there. Okay, barely believe that it's still
Wait,
freaking
that
there.
is, what is that philosophical belief that you're the only thing in existence, and as soon as you're not looking at it, everything else ceases to exist? What did that
That's
say?
where I am.
There you go.
I believe I am the center of the universe because I perceive the entire universe. Everything comes around me. It's not narcissism, but I'm also a skeptic. You know, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't believe any of this. So you know what this means? You've seen Bigfoot. Kent believes in UFOs. He believes little aliens are walking around visiting us like next door and stuff like that. Chuck
I don't believe it, Davis. I know it. There's one in the
Yeah,
channel
you know,
right here.
see,
He just asked me not to put the camera on him. Go ahead.
So I don't know if you know. Here's my theory. I'll just lay it out there. I believe.
Solipsism. Yes,
I
thank you,
believe
Doc.
100% that there's alien life. There's other civilizations out there and all that good stuff. I just think they're not on our planet because they probably pulled up, saw what the hell was going on, and said, "Put that back in the oven," and left. That's what I'm figuring. I think they figured we needed more evolution.
Yeah. This
So
is how I'd perceive it. I believe that there are probably, you know, there's more than likely, whatever, alien intelligence. So I believe there's life everywhere.
Do you?
Yeah, I believe it's everywhere. But say, for example, when you're walking across, say, a football field, 100 yards across a football field, and you see an ant pile.
Oh, I know where you're going with that. I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. You know, now think of this. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, what?
Well, it's even more dramatic than that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, because something that people never take into account is how old the universe is. Like,
Right.
the hubris to assume that another planet could develop life that became so advanced that it was able to conduct interstellar travel, and B had a reason to visit the planet, would not even gain that technology, but arrive here during the microscopic window of time that we've been here is, I think, a little.
So I'm going to shoot
Skillful.
you both. I'm going to shoot you both down. One, there are people. How many Earthlings are there? Like 8 billion or something?
Yeah.
13 billion.
There are people. I don't know how many. It's probably less than 10,000. Probably less than 1,000 who would see that ant pile and stop and investigate it. In fact, there are some who spend their entire lives just looking at the ant pile. And Jeremy, on the time thing, when you really, this is what's fascinating about this literature. It isn't new. None of this is new. We've got stories of visitors, and I'm not talking about the weird Mayan dude sitting in his chair. Just tales of these strange. I just read a book written by she's a doctorate of philosophy somewhere out in South Carolina, I think. And she did a whole study that all of these biblical visitations of angelic figures are actually very similar in their language and context to what people see in Piedmont, Missouri in 1973. And she kind of did an analysis of the language. It was very interesting. So the idea that they just showed up, I think, is something that is very, and here we go, Davis, I'll go down this rabbit hole, is very CIA oriented because, and I'll tell you what's very interesting. The CIA made a very definitive move to, and you can see it. We've got this in the literature from the Pentagon. They wanted to debunk and ridicule anyone talking about it, and we're the only country on Earth that did that. It's very interesting.
So, even accounting for all the way back to 8,000 BC, even accounting that, compared to the age of the universe, that is less than like a picosecond. Like that is just like
but why couldn't
utterly
they
imperceptible.
They could have come here 7 million years ago.
Sure, and they would have seen a planet of like, you know,
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs were gone by then.
Oh, don't say that.
I mean, because like, okay, here's a real possibility. They arrived 4 billion years ago, and the planet is still a molten heap of slag that's forming. And they're like, oh, that's interesting, and then they leave, and then they never, ever, ever come back because why? Who cares? And then that's just registered as like a planet in formation, and then they never think about it again because there's trillions of celestial bodies that they probably have any knowledge of even remotely.
And there's hundreds of billions of civilizations that have interstellar travel.
Yeah.
And they're all zipping around the universe. I suspect strongly we're going to find, because the universe is so large, right? It's not infinite, but we know how many galaxies do we estimate there are?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Seriously, I don't know.
Billions.
It's like
It's in the
100 billion galaxies,
Yeah.
right?
No,
And
it's
in
in
each
the
of these
trillions
galaxies-
now.
Yeah, in each of these galaxies, there's hundreds of billions of stars. So the idea that there's less than 4 or 5 billion interstellar traveling species is it's
Steve, you just proved my
Defies
point.
all.
You just proved my point. They're out there and they have just cordoned off an area around our fucking solar system. It says, "Do not fucking go there." Detour.
that that's the two sides of the conversation that always kind of drive me
It's like
crazy.
poison ivy. Don't go in that.
When I'm reading this stuff or watching this stuff, the two sides that drive me nuts is that they wouldn't go here because Earthlings, what is it? There's intelligent life in the universe, just not here, whatever, which is crazy. It's just people are just as smart as any alien species are. And the other one that they're here to save us is just absurd. The idea that an interstellar species, a species that can travel through space, didn't go through a period where they developed nuclear weapons and guns and whatever else and killed each other for 10,000 years defies all biology as we know it, because there's not a species on planet Earth, I think, that doesn't kill to survive. I there may be a few, but
Well, there's only 3 species on Earth that engage in war.
but do other species kill? I just watched a whole documentary on hundreds of different microbes, and all these sons of bitches do all day long
It's eat each other.
kill each other. Some kill each other so much they eat other microbes so much that they explode. So the whole universe, the whole biological mechanism is built upon violence.
So-
Whatever,
so
however
I'm-
you want to struggle, whatever word you want to use for it. Now, whether you define that as war or not, that's a different thing. Ants war on each other, chimpanzees war on each other, bees war on each other, humans war on each other. There's all kinds of wolves war on each other, interspecies. They attack one another all the time for territory. You can see that all over the place. Any creature, I would strongly recommend everybody, if you want to know the biology of things, read The Territorial Imperative. It is a fantastic book Davis had me read 2 decades ago. But so these, whatever aliens, if we have them here, they certainly went through this before. They're not going to have stepped out of the yoke of creation, with this transcendent knowledge of how to interact with a galaxy that is nothing but violent on every single level that you can imagine it. From the sun, isn't the sun just a gigantic nuclear explosion all day long?
It's a reaction that converts hydrogen to helium.
Right. It's not really a
just
planet.
blowing
So.
shit up, right?
Yeah.
Burning fire, and if anything gets near the sun, it dies. It's incinerated eventually.
Right.
You might not categorize that as violence, but certainly if Davis set fire to his house, we would call that a violent action. So,
The universe is a tumultuous place.
it is. There's a perfect way of putting it. It is tumultuous.
So
No getting around
a couple things.
it. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to rein you guys in just a hair. I'm Chuck Cumbo. I'm the community director for Troll Lord Games. They're very excited to talk about aliens. Very excited. That's good. That's cool. We always talk about it. But we do have a giveaway going on. If you want to give us a follow over on Twitch, !point raffle. It's only on Twitch, unfortunately, because the bot doesn't work through the interwebs. So you can come over here and enter and then hop away and then come back or whatnot if you like. And we do have a few questions popping up and some comments I want to share if we've got a minute. If that's
Yes,
good.
fire away.
What I thought we might do, Steve, is do like we did Tuesday and maybe do at the top of the hour, do a quick rundown for folks that didn't make it to the stream. First
let's
off,
not do a company rundown. Let's just do questions and comments.
okay.
He's tired of explaining this stuff.
First question
He
is
did it for 2 weeks. at
ETA for the Codex Infernum and Exaltum in the TLG store. But it's
tomorrow. It's here now. It's there. Go to your store.
no.
6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks is what I was going to tell him, and I thought I'd ask you. That sounds about right. All right, so Keith the Gamer Geek says, "Hey Steve, it was good talking to you at Gen Con. Glad we got to meet."
Absolutely.
And Death Angel has redeemed alien dice for a 1 attribute score roll. What attribute are you wanting to roll for, Jeff? What?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
We
Let's
all
see.
need wisdom.
Yeah, we did. I'll say.
Charisma. Charisma is the most important attribute.
He's going to roll it for you. So let's see. And while you're getting those ready, let's see. Oh, some
I have some alien D6s.
He does. A couple more comments I want to throw at you while we're waiting for Jeff to answer. So Alan Rowe over at GMS, he said charisma. So go ahead and do the charisma, and then we'll do the quotes.
Yeah.
So charisma, I'm saying, are you? Is it 3D6? How are you rolling these, Steve?
Oh, I'm roll. You want me to roll it?
Yeah. He paid 500 points to get you to roll it. Yeah.
Oh, got it. I'm with you. All right, 4d6. We're gonna keep the top three. How's that sound?
That's lame, but sure. I guess charisma.
Maybe
you
the
want me to
real
do,
aliens were the friends.
What do
with
you
the
want, Jeff?
aliens.
You want 3D6, 5D6, 10D6? What do you want?
I only got 4.
Oh well. So your choices are going to be.
Come on.
All right.
Give
my
him.
God.
Give him. Oh well, it doesn't
I
matter.
rolled
I
a
guess.
3,
Sounds about right. I've met
a
him.
1, and a
Okay.
1.
Holy sh!
You got a
so you got
6, bro.
Charisma.
6 charisma, Jeff. That's great.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That is very rough.
Chris is laughing.
Let's do a re-roll. Willie says do a re-roll with just 3d6.
All right, fair.
Now this is what I used to do when I was a kid. I'd roll my dice like this, and I'd
Yeah. I wouldn't do that, but I did the first
Why
part.
are you doing that?
Yes. We got a 6, a 5, and a 3.
Hey, that's pretty
Oh,
good.
14.
it's okay. I like the
Plus
6
one.
better. Let's see. So let's see. Let me catch up here. Alan Rose says, on the other hand, there simply has to be more intelligent life out there. There's too many stars and worlds for there to be. On the other hand, there are 4 billion phones with cameras out there and no clear photos. So he's got a good point there. Omega Gamut says, the quarantine theory says that the Earth is off limits to aliens due to the fallen sin nature of man. Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting.
No, wait, what theory?
The quarantine theory.
You guys ever hear the theory that humans are a livestock animal
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
placed
yeah.
in the earth and they're just like waiting?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come
that's a
in,
classic
hold
one.
the herd.
They're waiting for what in particular?
Wow.
I don't know, for enough people to be available to harvest to make the trip worth it. Because they got to pay a lot of gas to get out here. And,
Fuel's very expensive
Fuel's-
to get to Earth.
it was very expensive. Yeah.
April Nicole Hill. Hey, April, how you doing? She said, trying to solve the Drake equation was one of my favorite memories in college. That's interesting.
Now the Drake equation, is that the one the
The-
chances of life?
Yeah, of intelligent life.
Yeah.
And you can tweak the variables like a microscopic amount, and it just like
Changes.
explodes it.
It totally
It's
changes,
either
yeah.
there's nothing, or there's 17 quintillion intelligent life forms in the universe.
I do think, intelligent life aside, I do think, and I think Dave is in the same camp with me. I think that once we start kind of poking around a little bit more hands-on in even our own solar system, we're going to find life everywhere. I have a sneaking suspicion it's everywhere. Microbial, you know.
We're getting a raid from Trav.
What's up, Trav?
What's
I
up,
think
buddy?
you're gonna find Life will be everywhere. Life abundant, and then there's going
A
to
new
be.
follower has
We're
joined
gonna
the
have to
fray.
redefine what it means to be alive and to be sentient.
Yeah,
But
you know, you
that's all
touched on
coming
this
up.
a few weeks ago. I love this idea of redefining what sentience is. That's
It's-
very interesting.
We're there, and it's RJ will be dead before that discussion comes to a close.
I'm going to live forever, Davis. I'm just
Well, good luck with that shit, man. I don't want nothing part
Forever's
of it.
a long fucking time to pay attention.
If I could go back about 40 years, I'd be down. But
Wait, can you imagine what your student loans might be like forever? Your student loan is now $80 quadrillion, and you're like, what? What's my payment? Oh, $15 a month.
and Raiders, we've got a giveaway going on. If you want to enter in, just do an Express Point raffle after giving us a follow, and you'll be in the drawings. We're gonna get some giveaways at the end of the show. We're talking about aliens tonight. We're just taking a break
right, Lumix.
from the normal shit because it gets
What?
tedious at times, you know.
What are those? Do you guys remember that episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where they blow up that guy's head? What the fuck was that about?
I vaguely remember that. There was a bunch of
They
them.
explode. They
Yeah.
explode his head. It's like the most violent thing ever, and you're like, "This
Yeah.
is like a family show. What the heck?" Like, there's like blood and like
I don't know,
you
I
see
don't
his skull, and then his head like explodes.
Was that earlier or late?
That's like season 1, I think. It's the one with the
Oh,
wounds
wow.
with the little
Wow,
nubs.
they
in
went
the back
right,
of the
right
head.
for it.
Conspiracy, yeah. That's
Okay, all right. Whoa. This is a perfect freaking storm. Okay, so everyone knows I'm borderline paranoid, right? of the government. Like, oh, they're everywhere. And then there's like,
Yeah, Davis,
what?
borderline, sure. But
No, it's actually accurate. It's truthful. But anyway, then there's like, you believe there's UFOs, and you believe there's Sasquatches, and Chuck believes in ghosts and all that kind of.
I believe in all of it because
I've seen a
I believe in all of it.
He's a okay. So we need to explore these.
We do.
I think we should absolutely. And I just want to throw this out. And so I don't even know what got me started on reading all this UFO stuff. It was the X-Files, or I don't know what, something about 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
I started plunging into it. And much like Davis and Jeremy, not quite as skeptical as Jeremy, but Davis, like you, I think that I just looked at it all as just weird shit. I don't know. But I've read, I don't know, 20, 30 books on this stuff. And it's weirder than you ever guessed. And just throw this out there. I've been reading this book. It's been a hard slog for me because it's written by a physicist. And it's about the Piedmont Flap of 1973. Have you heard of that? No, you haven't. No one has. But this thing goes on for like 6 weeks, so much so that this physicist from Cape Girardeau University puts together a team, gets funding, takes the team up there, and he takes photographs and he tracks these things. And this thing is filled with diagrams and all kinds of shit. And he's all he's saying is that they're UFOs. He doesn't say they're aliens. They're UFOs. They're clearly.
Does he find anything?
Yeah, he can't identify it as anything. He and his team of anything.
He's just
so when you're reading this stuff, after like, it's not just the United States. It's every country in the world.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. It's thousands upon thousands of people. Some of them are nutballs, but a lot of these people are just professionals, It's a doctor.
That's the thing, Steve. The fact that it shows up in all these different cultures over all these different times, you just cannot say it doesn't exist. There's no way.
And
it's like trying to say that the sun doesn't exist. Come on, man. It's like.
So it's just weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a light anomaly in the atmosphere we don't understand. It could simply be some kind of water vapor does X when the sun. I don't.
Don't ruin our dreams, man. Come on.
But it just seems
you're right, though. You're right.
It's so easy. It's so easy to ruin them. You just think about it a little bit.
This physicist
falls apart.
His whole thing is they keep moving unnaturally. They were tracking this one light moving across the Missouri sky, then it instantaneously goes in the other direction, and he cannot explain it by in any known anything. Now, what's interesting about this one, I've done quite a bit of reading. I've never heard of this. Until I started reading this book. So I'm wondering if he got disproved lately. Maybe they figured out what it was. It was a junk, pilot. I don't know. I have no idea. But the objects are moving too fast for that. But I don't know. And so that's what has made me, and my belief that the arrogance of humans is, I read a lot of history, and every 15 to 20 years, we know everything. We are now the informed generation. We've been saying that since about the 8th century BC. And every 100 years or so, there's more stuff that we learn, and we go, "Oh, maybe those guys were idiots." And it may be, Jeremy, not quite as drastic as Davis said, where we're going to disprove everything, but we're going to know more tomorrow
we'll know
than we know today, and it's going to color the way we do things. You can look at medicine. I mean, the Romans were scraping eyeballs; they could cure your cataracts or whatever the fuck it was. They were scraping your eyeballs. So that hasn't changed, but the Romans certainly couldn't do an eye transplant. That has certainly changed. So the idea that we're at the end of the game and we know everything, I think is.
I don't think anyone's arguing that.
Yeah, it's a little bit silly. So the idea that there could be, and this is where I go into the realm of I just don't know. There could be a way to fold space. Maybe they take a black hole, a tiny black hole, and use it to fold space. I have no idea. Maybe they have mastered something where the time dilation around.
Well, because you also don't know.
We understand the speed of if you go the faster you go, right? The slower time gets. Is that right? That's time dilation.
Yes,
right.
Because once you reach light speed, you freeze.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I sort of understand the physics behind it, but maybe they have found a way around it.
Keep in mind what type of resources are out there that we know nothing about in the universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dilithium crystals, those could.
Bingo, exactly. No, you absolutely.
Well, I mean that's fantasy, but sure, why not?
Let me catch up on the comments here real quick. Torlock says, Frank says, When is the UFO TTRPG coming out from Troller Games?
Not soon enough.
Not soon enough.
Dude,
That's for
wait,
sure.
You say that. Steven's gonna write that in secret and then like come with it done. Be
Yeah,
like, "Edit
exactly.
this, it's coming out next month.
Right.
Be like,
That's
"I
exactly
don't have
what'll
any art
happen.
for it, but
Yeah,
it's
right.
coming
You
out.
you should ask Mac. Remember Mac's game, the multi-genre game he ran? Or was it a mashup of whatever it was, a mashup? That would be sort of a cool. I thought it was a really cool game. I really, really enjoyed playing in that game. And it was a mashup of what's the X-Files plus some government conspiracy, mercenaries.
Did y'all
battle,
do Siege Engine or what?
I think that
multi-dimension.
maybe not game wise. I don't know if you could do a UFO RPG. I don't know what that would entail.
You'd be
What do you
sitting
mean you
in a
couldn't
field
do it? Of course you could.
doing nothing for 8 hours.
Yeah.
You'd roll a
Roll.
D1 quintillion, and if you roll a 1, you see something.
There
So-
you go.
the game.
Saucers and Secrets.
You get your level.
Yeah, you level up. You
Nolan
level up
Inquisitor
and
says,
social ostracization. No
he
one wants
says
to talk to you.
he says he would play a game of Saucers and Secrets for sure. There we go. S&S.
This is sort of what I think.
I do think a game, and I was kind of thinking about this. So when we went to Gen Con, I drove the whole crew to Cairo, Illinois, and we drove around Cairo. And there was 2 reasons I wanted to go there. One, I wanted to see. I had seen signs of Dave Trampier there many, many years ago. I wanted to see if that item that I was looking for was still there. It was not. And 2, in whatever amazing adventure I wrote for Jason's for the Ruins of Innsmouth. There's actually, if you go into the barn behind the Cocklebarn Tavern, there's a motorcycle. In the motorcycle saddlebags, there is a government folder that directs you to a warehouse where a UFO was taken, where a flying saucer was taken, and it's in Cairo. So I stopped and got some really good pictures. That Chuck had to get online and give me the address that I had written down and all that shit. But anyway, so that got me thinking, would this be interesting as an RPG? It would be a supplement to Amazing Adventures, but like one adventure is hunting the New Jersey Devil. One adventure is hunting Sasquatch. One adventure is, whatever.
Steve,
whatever.
There's like 8 RPGs that do that already.
They do that very thing, yeah.
Oh, do they really?
But none use the siege engine.
No, none of them do. That's
And they
true.
probably do.
You
Any of
could
them even
make
have
it an
Kolchak
easier
in it?
experience.
We were just talking about that in chat. It'd be cool to have an actual.
Did Kolchak ever contend? Did Kolchak ever contend with aliens?
No, Kent.
I don't know. Did he?
What?
Davis. Did
He fought a
Kolchak
Rakshasa one time.
did
No,
he ever deal with aliens?
no, not that I know of. Not that I can recall.
That'll be the
That's
movie.
Night Stalker from the 70s, for those who don't know.
Right. It's a killer show. I would play a game like that. It would be awesome.
It was like 2 or 3 movies, right? And then it was a show. Like it was
I
like
don't
TV,
remember the
TV
movie.
movies of the week.
I don't remember movies. I just remember the
All I
show.
can tell you about the Night Stalker. Davis loved that show.
It was great.
Davis was my older brother, so while Davis watched it, I watched it. And I don't remember anything about any of it except the mannequin episode.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
It scared the shit out of me. To this day, mannequins bother me.
Yeah, that's. Hey,
And
that's
for
a
some
fun
reason,
time.
his subconscious likes to make mannequin monsters. I don't know why. I give him shit
How
about
much do
that.
you
all the
think?
time.
How much do you think the Kolchak license is?
Ah,
That'd be
awesome.
badass.
It can't be
nobody-
much.
It can't, surely not. But like, we really got to tap into that Kolchak fan base.
So,
That's right, Davis.
all right. So
Yeah.
let me read some more comments
Sell
off here.
tens of copies.
Other people like
So-
Kolchak.
Mr.
It's
Fister
funny,
says,
as skeptical as I am, I love those shows. The X-Files,
They're
Kolchak,
fun.
all of those. They're freaking great. I really love them.
It's fun to indulge that part of every. It's just fun.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
All
And
right,
I think it's probably one of the things that draws me to this UFO conversation and all these books because they're interesting. I mean, it's interesting to read
Yeah.
this stuff. It's like, what was that crap I was reading not long ago? That I said it was, I can't remember now, but it was so well written, unbelievable, but well written. I thought, well, this is just a great read. I mean, I've read a lot of fantasy novels that are not well written.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
let me get some of these comments out of the way here. Mr. Fister says, "Oh, we got rated into Troll Lord. That's cool. I tried to get him to a CNC game at cons for like 3 years. Well, keep going. We're at a lot of cons now. And we run a lot more games than we used to.
Yeah,
So
we are.
check in. You can always email us or see where we're going to be, or ask us in chat, or anytime we're around. We'll gladly play with you. That would be a lot of fun.
And I'm gonna badger my brother into going and doing some investigations.
There you go.
Yes, let's do it.
That'd be cool.
We'll do a whole series called TLG Investigates, where it's just you
Right.
two with flashlights
That's great. That is a great.
breaking into places.
Jerry, that's your best idea to make. That is
Awesome.
great.
As they go out on the road, and 2 days later they're both arrested, and we have to get bail and everything else because they climbed a fence.
Then we'll do TLG Investigates the penal system.
Okay. All right. Keith the Gamer Geek says there's a great UFO show on YouTube called UFO Conspiracies, which features Craig Charles of Red Dwarf fame. Might want to check that out.
Oh, really?
too.
Oh, I think I've seen some of that.
And let's see. Alan Rose says, question, a serious one this time. I'd like to know your opinion of Stephen Greer.
Who's Stephen Greer? You have to rattle my cage.
Who is it, Alan? We'll wait for Alan to reply. Let's see. Oh, Nolan Quister says, I have seen with my mother a black triangle in broad daylight. After a while, it just vanished. There is definitely something out there.
Yeah, there's so many stories like that. It's crazy. You
Oh,
got
yeah.
triangles, eggs, and then the more traditional inverted saucer.
Oh, can't you? He's an American ufologist in retired
Oh, so
position.
he's a quack. Gotcha.
What? Well, easy.
Okay,
So-
I know who this guy is. I've seen him in documentaries. I haven't read anything on him or about him. I'm branching out into, what did I get the other day? I got Dreamland, Bob Lazar's story. And for those of you, it's his autobiography. And for those of you who don't know who Bob Lazar is, he claims to have been a scientist that was recruited by the Pentagon to go to Area 51 and go into these secret labs. And he
Now,
was
there's no evidence he graduated from any of the schools he claimed to graduate from.
Yeah, there's
no
some
paper trail.
in his story, and Davis, you'll love this. His story is as soon as he came out with this information, the government wiped his life out. So there's that you can't find any kind of trace of him anyway. He's a very interesting guy. But at any rate, and someone mentioned this in the stream a few minutes ago, part of the danger of this conversation is there's a lot of people in here who just say shit. Clearly, they're just
It's so easy. Yeah,
it's crazy easy, right? And
because you've got a captive audience of people who desperately want something to confirm what they suspect is true.
Mhm.
right, and then you get people who, like, the Roswell stuff is really interesting. I've read most of the literature on Roswell, and it's this, when you boil the fat off of it, it's really an argument between three ufologists about the interviews that they've given to these people. And you can tell these people are in their 70s and 60s and 80s when they gave these interviews, and they can't remember, precisely what happened June 4th, 1947, which a couple of minutes ago. So they're piecing stuff together, and then you can take, as any historian knows, when you have oral history, you can twist oral history. You got to be so careful with oral history. It's absolutely nuts. So this Greer fellow, I've seen him in quite a few things. My instant looking at his picture, I think he's one of those people like Lou Azanaganaganayo, whatever that guy's name is, who's really pushing the bucket of, okay, slow down there, Chief. Yeah, you're saying some interesting stuff, but it's not, mired in any kind of reality or anything like that. Because there's a lot of charlatans who make a lot of money off of this stuff.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's that whole. There's charlatans in every single field.
Everywhere. Absolutely.
So,
how many academic papers did they discover 2 years ago were just mostly trash? It was in the thousands.
Like a significant percent of them.
It was just total crap.
They were never peer reviewed. No one ever looked at them.
Interestingly, it's just
That's
info
funny.
put out there. Interestingly, the whole Roswell thing, it's got an interesting story behind it, because Roswell happens, and of course that's where the government says we have a flying saucer, and then the next day the government says we don't have a flying saucer. We're on crack, and then it's completely expunged. You can't find Roswell in the Blue Book reports, Signal, you can't find Roswell anywhere until the 1970s, when Jesse Marcel, he's at some kind of convention or something, and he says, yeah, we had a flying saucer, and they lied about it. He was the guy who he was the press officer who went out and shit, whatever. But then when you start getting into the literature of it, the first person that wrote a book on Roswell was this guy who's very interested, who discovered Jesse Marcel and who's writing all this material. But his co-writer, given to him by the publisher, was the guy who wrote the book. And Davis, you're going to remember this, Chuck, you might too, from the 1970s on the Bermuda Triangle. And the Bermuda Triangle had sold, his book had sold, I can't remember what it's called, but it had sold 200,000 copies, 300,000 copies. So the ufologist got a huge advance because this other dude's writing it. And obviously, it immediately is watered down into, whatever. But it's not until after that book is published that these other guys get involved and start interviewing everything. And then the story just gets convoluted as fuck. I mean, it's all over the place. It is nuts. So that now you've got oral history woven in with fiction, woven in with some things that we know happened. I mean, we know categorically that something fell. We're relatively certain that it was balloon 4, I think, of the Mogul project. We're relatively
It was a spy balloon, right? Experimental spy
Yeah,
balloon.
it was these. Yeah. Well, what the Air Force was doing is they launched like 14 or 15 Project Mogul balloons, and these were gigantic 300-meter long trains of listening devices. We didn't have any satellites nor aircraft over the Soviet Union, so the idea was send these things up into the stratosphere or wherever, and we could hear the Soviets detonating nuclear weapons. That was the whole thing. But we didn't want, they were super secret in 1946 and 47 because we didn't want the Soviets to know that we had this. But when you look at the array, it looks like something that Davis and I put together on Sunday afternoon. It's a bunch of balloons and reflective stuff and little sounding boards and all kinds of weird shit. It's crazy. So the idea is that that's what fell during the storm. Now, there's some weird shit about it, too, because the Air Force can't find records of that balloon launching. So there's weird shit. And then around Roswell, all of the communications that went in and out of Roswell in July and August, they were destroyed without permission. There's no paper trail for the destruction of these documents, but they were all destroyed. So it just becomes this perfect storm of, myth or whatever. And maybe they did have an alien spacecraft and the U.S. Air Force destroyed all the records. I don't know. But
coincidentally, they had an extraterrestrial working for the U.S. Air Force at the time. Unrelated, but,
They may have, who knows? Yeah. According to Bob Lazar, they did.
So
okay, but that proves the point. No matter how ridiculously stupid of a claim I can make, you're like, oh, yeah, this guy said that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay.
For sure. For absolutely sure. That's the problem with this.
Here's the big issue. America had an alien from one civilization, and the USSR had an alien from another civilization, and they were at war. So, and that's what propelled the whole war between the USSR and USA. These two aliens were.
Wait, you said the Cold War is because of aliens? Holy shit! Wow.
Every conflict in the history of civilization is because of aliens.
Hashtag aliens.
This is the coolest Roswell explanation you're ever going to hear, and this was put out there by one party or the other. It wasn't an alien flying saucer that crashed in 1947. It was actually the Soviets. Okay, so this gets into this whole disinformation campaign, and this is why the American Air Force said we have to make this stuff look stupid.
Right.
Because the American Air Force legitimately believed, because there was these fear in the U.S. population, that the Soviets would start pretending that there were flying aircraft to scare Americans and keep us, terrified of what's coming. So, and that's legitimate. That we know the Air Force was thinking the Soviets were doing. But someone postulated the theory that the alien spacecraft that went down in 1947 was in fact a flying saucer built by the Soviets, and the bodies that they found were the bodies of 4 little people that they had irradiated and made into these kind of, monstrosities so that they would look alien-esque when they crashed. I'm reading this theory going, holy shit, Stalin was way, I mean, of the game.
If it had been any other country besides that, I would I almost believe that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Didn't he also have like a super soldier ape program?
They did.
There's that theory,
you hear about that?
Yeah.
No, they actually did. And
we didn't get very far, obviously.
You know.
We experimented with that too.
Well, we did LSD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There were a lot of drugs tried to like
lots
ramp
of
up.
shit.
The
Yeah.
50s,
Yeah, it's
the
nothing
50s
new
were-
for sure. It's been going on, forever actually. But
all of this stuff was new in the 50s, and they're pushing the envelope trying to figure out, and they didn't know. Nobody knew, right?
Yeah, it's like and using drugs to ramp someone up for battle is it? I mean that the Zulu did it, Native
So-
Americans did it.
Okay, so here's something interesting. So my son sprung this on me, and and Jeremy, maybe you've read about this. So I have read a little bit, but this is mostly internet knowledge. I never read this in any of my World War II history readings ever. That the German soldiers were given meth before
Yeah.
combat,
I heard
and
this,
then it's
yes.
supposed to be. I don't know where it was, and I've never heard that in the 100-odd World War II history books I've read. I've never read that.
I read across it in college.
like 3 years ago. Yeah,
I read-
I don't know. Is that a thing?
I read across it in college,
assume-
Steve. From what I remember reading about it, it was a project. I mean, it wasn't like full scale. They weren't out on fucking in France running around hyped
Okay.
up or anything. You know, it wasn't
Oh,
Yeah,
like that.
that
first
would
of
make-
all, methamphetamines were an over-the-counter drug. You could get it at a dime store in the 30s.
Freud
Right.
diagnosed it to people.
Yeah, you're right, Rick. Japanese. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. I remember reading about that.
Yeah, the Germans used it and the Americans used it. Everyone really used it. Americans backed off really quick.
Yeah.
The Germans backed off by like 1943 because there were so many addiction problems, and then
Heard that Hitler's
And
doctor
shit was
would
falling
do it
apart a
too.
little bit too on the edges.
Something.
the whole thing there, the commanders were saying like this is not working really.
Yeah.
Yes, we can get a burst of energy from our soldiers so they can march all day long for 3 days and not
Right.
eat for 2 days and still keep going. But the final result of it is really bad because you have them worn out, beat up, dragged down, addiction.
And they're
blah, blah,
useless.
blah.
Right. They can't do anything.
Yeah.
And they
So
I was going to say was they they had a lot of that shit was going at the end of the war. They were doing all kinds of crazy shit. They were desperately trying to control it because it was all coming undone, right? But they never had like dudes on the battlefield shooting up before they went into fights.
Well, that's obviously that's what the
No.
picture that was pitched to me. I was like,
Right.
I find
That's-
it unlikely.
Yeah.
it's one of those little tins. You just pop open a tin, take a pill, and
I think it was used like an
Yeah.
upper. Yeah.
yeah, it's like an upper. But that's
Um,
nothing. I mean, that's the shit. The Vikings even probably we don't know for
oh,
sure. But,
who knows, man? I'm sure the Mayans had some sort of root, some shit.
oh, we know the mines.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I don't know. It's all just interesting. I think that
painkillers or whatever it was.
the whole conversation around the mothership coming our way.
We're back to that. Got
Yeah,
it.
Jeremy, I think you actually you nailed it earlier. It plays into this subconscious desire for something other than, right? I
Mhm.
mean, the mundane that we live, or whatever you want to call it. But I just keep coming back to there's so much of it. And Professor Hynek, I think it was Hynek, someone could correct me if I'm wrong, said the reason that most of you don't see UFOs is because you don't look up.
Okay, I got it.
And I think that's true. I mean, how often do we just wander around looking up?
I dare you. Okay, here's our first trip.
Let's do it.
The darkest place in the United States. I think it's in Nevada, Western Nevada or Eastern Nevada.
Either that or southern Arizona. We went to
Somewhere
black,
out
we have
southwest.
Black sky here in Arkansas, actually, Davis.
Yeah.
There's black sky in the Ouachitas.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, dark sky, yeah. But
All
it
right.
may be Nevada. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
And
So
then we're gonna look for the mothership.
Don't we have a meteor shower coming in Wednesday?
13th, 12th and 13th. Yeah.
all right, I got some more comments here. And questions.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Bob Lazar.
And we can
not
stop in
Bob
Roswell.
Lazar. Malaki says
Lazar.
Bob Lazar is an interesting story. The feds were still going after him when the documentary about him was being filmed. I thought that was wild.
Yeah,
According to
his-
Bob Lazar,
His story is interesting.
he made sure to sell a book about it.
Right.
Only much later. I mean,
If only you had a hand puppet and you could just rip it through, it'd been great. You see, Agile Monk says, I gave away a few CNC starter sets this week to teens in my area in support of the CNC club. Some of them said it looked
Nice.
like the game. Some of them said it looked like the game D&D they had heard about, but they thought it was easier to play. Ha ha! Bullseye! That's great, John. Good news on that. That's awesome. Let's see. Question from Savage: if you guys were aliens or a cryptid, what kind of alien or cryptid would you be? Oh, I'm sure my wife would say I'm Bigfoot all day long. I'm sure. So.
don't know. Bigfoot sounds like he's got a pretty good life.
Yeah, I guess so. People leave him alone and shit, but he's got people hunting him all the time, though. You know,
Yeah, they are always out there poking around.
not as bad as it used to be. I think it was much worse in the '80s, but you know, when they came out with that movie, what was that movie they came out with John Lithgow, and they hit the fucking Sasquatch?
Oh,
Harry
yeah.
and the Hendersons.
Yeah, that's
There's
really
some
spurred
kinda-
it.
There's some kind of one of those. I don't know if it's a documentary or whatever, but it's some kind of film. It's a true life film of three dudes who like quit their jobs and went looking for Bigfoot. I've been meaning to watch it. I can't remember what it's called. Hey, Jeremy, real quick. Kathy had this. What was that movie you had me watch about the aliens that I love so much?
The Vast of Night.
Yeah.
Where's my phone? Kathy asked me that earlier, and I was.
Is she wanting to watch it?
Did she not see it with you?
She watched it with me. She absolutely
she?
loved it. My
Did she
guess
like it?
is she's going to watch it with her aunt.
Oh,
And
nice.
there's
Great,
wait,
great film. It's one of those movies that's like really
Totally.
weird that you can show it to grandma.
Egg, you're
and
killing
it'll
me.
look better.
Wait, did you guys see the? I haven't seen it. I just saw some reviews. The latest War of the Worlds with Ice.
That
Steve.
I really want to see that because
I
it's
want-
very rare
Oh,
you get a
so
0%er.
supposedly,
Oh, yeah.
supposedly the ratings are absolutely trash, though. I haven't.
No.
I mean,
That's
really
why I
bad.
want to see it.
It's
Yeah.
like it had 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's rare. That's a
Yeah,
rare gem.
0%. Zero.
This is how he wins, from what I understand. This is how he beats the alien invasion from Mars or whatever. He orders a package from Amazon Prime with the
Oh, no, don't spoil it. I want to see it.
So
It's one of
you've
those
seen it.
movies where you get like as many friends as you can into a room, you liquor them up, and you put it on the
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Everybody
You're,
yells at
you
it.
know what? You're going to hell, Jeremy.
Dude,
All right.
I
So,
have heard of the Howler, but maybe Davis needed to go track that thing.
yeah, have you guys ever heard looked into the Ozark Howler? I've never heard of that.
I've heard of it.
Howard, the
Wait, is
Food
that Sparky?
Monster.
Maybe.
There's tons of it. It's
They
everywhere.
made a movie about the Falk monster.
Yeah.
I think it's all this stuff to me is just fascinating. It's very fascinating.
I'm not paying
my-
for Paramount Plus. Forget that. I guess I won't watch it.
Just wait for it.
Well, they do have Star Trek on there.
They do. They do have.
No,
and,
no,
the
no.
new, and the new episode's out for Strangers. You know, did you know they're only going to do 2 more seasons? I think of Stranger Worlds. I'm so broken about
I
that.
don't give a fuck about.
I
new
fucking
Star
love
Trek.
that show. It's
Stuff
great,
all's
dude.
Not great.
It's like the old Star Trek. That's why I like it so much.
I haven't watched any of it. I really
That's
haven't
great.
watched any Star Trek.
The other
since,
one that they had with the chick was okay, but after like 3rd season, I was like, I can't watch this no more.
Watch Star Trek: The Next Generation. It's great television.
I did not watch The Next Generation.
You should do it. It's
good?
It's really nice. It's good.
I
Good
watched it.
sci-fi with good characters.
I watched a few, but I didn't like the.
Hey, Obsidian. That's the book I was looking for. Let me copy that.
UFOs and the National
New
Security
Star
State,
Trek is
1941
New
to
Trek.
1973. UFOs
Do
and the
what?
National Security State. Jeez, whoever this guy is, he should get an editor for his fucking title.
That's one of Davis's titles. You mentioned that before, Obsidian, and I completely lost the note.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to get your book.
Oh, that's right. You need to look that up and get that, Steve. That's not
How
something you
could
really.
someone say that Star Trek: The Next Generation was horrible? It was great. The first season's not good, but after that, it's like great television.
Key word there, guys. He's saying television. There's a reason why he's using that term television. Okay, 'cause you shouldn't expect it to be very deep or very creative.
No, it's
Just
really, no, it's-
entertaining.
shut up. You're just trying to get a rise out of me.
Volume 2.
You know I'm right. I know you. What did you find, Steve?
It says Volume 1. That's interesting. Boy, these range from $160 to $40. What the hell's going on here? There's one for 15. I'll go with that one.
Oh, it's on Prime. Okay, we're doing it.
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
Steven.
Yeah.
Steven, that is
Yeah.
okay. The 4 of us will record our reactions to this new War of the Worlds film,
Yes.
and we will put it up on
Oh,
Patreon.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
100%. Let's do it.
And we could watch it here. We could watch it on the stream if you wanted to.
Yes.
No, I think we get in trouble for that.
No, we don't show it. We just watch it.
Oh, they just got to sync it up.
Yeah, we can put a link out and they can go watch if they want to. But yeah,
We've got Davis. We've got to do
that would be.
That's a
I don't even know,
billion-dollar
man.
idea.
that.
We would be hating it.
Wait a second. Okay, I'm willing to do this. All right, but I'm going to drink like.
No, you have to. Yeah.
Of course, we have to drink. Yeah, I mean, how could we suffer through it? I
Yeah,
love
Jeremy's-
that fucking story, but I go all the way back to the original. It's my favorite. I'm sorry, I loved it. You know,
Which
Yeah.
What are you
The ori-
talking about?
The original War of the
War
Worlds.
of the Worlds.
Oh no, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of them were okay. Tom Cruise one wasn't too bad. I just wished it was like 3 hours long because I felt like there was a lot of missing story, but it was all it was okay watching humans get
Yeah,
hurt.
War of the Worlds is a good story. Yeah.
Yeah, but this new one,
Gideon,
I don't know.
I've got two here. I'm going to get them both. One is UFOs in the national security state, chronology of a cover-up, and the other one is an unclassified history. I assume that's volume 1, and the other volume doesn't have a volume 2. I assume the other one's volume 2. That's great.
Wait.
I'd be a squanch to answer your cryptid question.
What is that word? Nonsense word, big time. What is
No,
that?
that's a thing. A squanch.
A squanch.
You know what a squanch is, right, Steven?
I've heard the
I do
term,
not,
but I've heard
Really?
someone use that
Okay.
before, but I don't know what it is. I don't
think
know.
it's called
All right. As he explains his squanch, then we got to get out of here. I got to split.
You're always in a hurry.
A
All right.
squonk, excuse me.
What is it?
A squonk.
I definitely haven't heard that shit before.
SQUONK.
Is that from Rick and Morty?
No.
Okay, well, Kedora asked.
No, a squonk is a thing that like wanders around the woods and cries, and you find it by following its trail of tears as it continually weeps.
What is it again? What did you
A
say?
squonk. SQUONK.
Okay. Okay.
It read Ethan from, and then
I think it cries because it's so ugly.
What
I think
was the
it's-
definition? I didn't hear it.
It's like a crying thing that wanders
Crying
around the
it's a
woods.
thing.
monster that cries and it wants your
It's
attention.
upset because it's so ugly, is the idea.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do giveaways. Okay. What the hell? Okay, you done throw me off a loop there. I don't know
All right,
what's happening.
hey, I'm gonna let you give good giveaways. I gotta get out of here.
Man, you're in a hurry. Okay. Be good.
It's fast. Davis, I'll holler at you guys later. Blah, blah, blah,
Everybody
blah,
should read Tomorrow. That's a good book.
Okay.
Read that.
blah. All right, take it easy, everybody. Y'all have a good.
Jack Vance sucks. All right. See you, buddy.
All
It's
right.
great.
Yeah, I got to go turn my turkey off. I got
What?
a turkey.
You know
Show
what?
it some skin.
If I'm doing the giveaways. Hold on. All right, we're gonna do the giveaways. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna do the giveaways because I'm stuck with these two lunatics here. Let me see here. Let's see.
Give it all away.
Do we have other questions before I go? No, we got it all covered here.
And answers.
And answers. That's
Any
good.
answer that you want.
As long as it's yes, no, or maybe.
Because those are all. What is it? They're all acceptable answers, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
I know why the aliens are coming to Earth. It's for the water. It's for a mineral.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I could
Like
get
the
on board with
universe
that.
is so full of all those stories are like, you know, the ones where they come to Earth for the water, they come to Earth for the diamonds, they come to Earth for the
Hydrogen and oxygen are not that scarce of.
No,
elements.
diamonds aren't. Nothing is.
Ah,
Like, if they were to
Twitch.
come here
Try it,
for, like,
Xander.
our tungsten or something. Sure, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Although I'm certain there are planets full of tungsten out there.
Yeah,
Nate-
there's an asteroid in the asteroid belt that's like pure silver and gold.
Yeah. Oh
What?
yeah. No, there's yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's worth like
3.3 trillion or something like
Yeah.
that.
Are you?
just
Where's
like
this
any-
at?
it's in the asteroid. It's in the
Yeah.
asteroid belt.
Really? I
Um,
didn't know that.
Yeah, just pure silver, pure gold.
And like
Wow.
the temptation is, oh, let's send someone there to get it. But like you
Right.
bring even a tiny portion of that back, all of that just becomes worthless instantly.
Yep.
So
So Jay Scott, Lorgasumba asks, name a resource that is probably only on Earth besides humans.
Ants.
but there's extraterrestrial ants. Sure.
Term,
You know he likes his insects. Be careful, Davis. You got to be sensitive about that.
bombardier beetles.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
those rule. I don't know. I mean, like how many ingredients make up the
Carbon.
universe? Like it's mostly carbon.
I don't think there's anything really that unique about Earth. I mean, in that regard.
The answer is wood.
Purely
The answer is wood.
Wood.
Oh,
What the fuck are they gonna do with wood?
Jay thinks that there's no other wood in the universe except on our planet. And he may be right. I don't know.
Yes, I mean, tree like there's other life that predates trees. Like trees are not that old of a life
Yeah,
form.
Oh, they're younglings
Comparatively.
for sure.
Like, aren't sharks older? Like
Yes.
don't sharks predate trees?
Yeah.
Like that kind of shit blows my mind.
Wait, what? They predate trees?
Yeah, sharks have existed in some form on the planet longer than trees have.
Yeah,
I need to
trees
look this
aren't
shit
that.
up.
Yeah,
Like there were dinosaurs before there were some dinosaurs before there were trees.
and grass is really young too.
Yeah.
Yeah, grass hasn't been around that long.
What? What are y'all smoking over there? This is crazy. I've never heard this before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all like hundreds of millions of years.
No, I
but,
get
like,
that. But I get that.
Yeah.
But I would assume grass would have been like right out the gate.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But grass was a latecomer apparently.
Was
And it's
Pokemons
done-
before dinosaurs?
And it's
Yes.
grass has done really well for itself.
Evidently, it's in a lot of use.
I'm going to plant some zoysia up here.
Ah,
Castles and
Rick.
Crusades is the answer.
Yep. Tyler's got the right answer. Castles and Crusades. You can't find that anywhere else in the world. It is a resource.
That's true. It is a resource. It's an invaluable resource.
Grass is 65 million years old. So grass came about shortly after or concurrent with the fall of the
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
demise of dinosaurs.
I guess the ecological collapse would have opened a lot of niches for
Yeah.
stuff
Right.
like grass. It was
All right,
probably
I'm
like a lichen or like a mossy covering before like bladed.
Oh, you're
grass.
saying before it became actual blades of grass?
Well,
Probably. I could see
probably
that.
what was wiped out was some sort of lichen.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
it
and there
opened
were
up a huge niche.
Right.
there were
No, I could-
ferns and other things like that, fern type things, and the spiders.
Jay's full of all kinds of knowledge. So did large fruits after the dinos went. Large fruits.
Why didn't we talk about dinosaurs? That's way cooler than aliens because they're real.
Careful. Careful. I wish you'd have said that when Steven was on. He'd have been like,
I look, if I could go to the museum and see an alien skeleton, that'd be pretty cool, but I can't.
You
I
can.
can well, sure, at like some quack's
Roswell.
house.
they're coming for the grass Monday. That's hilarious.
I
What
was
about-
in-
what about-
dinosaurs?
Yeah, there you go. Alien
rules.
dinosaurs.
Oh man, dinosaurs would.
That's
great.
awesome, John.
That'd be great. Can you imagine one like a T-Rex in like a cockpit? Like
All right, I gotta go get my turkey. All right,
I'm gonna do these drawings and we'll get out of here. Enjoy your turkey. Oh, he's gone. Sorry. All right, we're gonna do the giveaways. If you haven't entered, now's your chance before I hit the stop button. Give us a follow on Twitch, Expert Sport Raffle. And we'll get out of this nutty stream and let you folks go do what you do best. Let me see here. I think Jay wanted us to raid into him. I don't know if he's live yet or not.
I'm partial to that theory too, Malaki.
What's that? What did Malaki say?
That octopi are of extraterrestrial origin.
You know, that's an interesting thought because they are scary.
They don't have a central brain. It's all like continuous through their body.
Yeah.
They're hyper intelligent, asocial cannibals, which is three things that just don't make sense in traditional life forms.
Which one?
Because like why hyper intelligence, isolationist, and cannibalistic. So they stay away from each other. If they do encounter each other, they eat each other, and yet they're extremely, extremely, extremely smart, which is very weird because usually intelligence rises out of like
Right.
social
Other
necessity.
primal bullshit, right? I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah. They're smart enough not to eat each other and they're smart enough to stay together. Where in this instance, they're smart enough, but they don't.
Mhm.
That's interesting. Jeremy, you got your beard groomed. Looks good, brother. And no gray hair.
I didn't actually. I just shaved my neck. Like,
Well, you
5
had a big
days
neck
ago.
beard hanging down here. It's all
I
gone now.
did.
so
It was nasty.
it's-
It looked like shit most of the time.
I was gone for like 2 weeks. I didn't get to see you, so I didn't know.
Mm.
Oh, Rick. I think that's gone in the chat now. Shit. But I've got it. I copied part of it over here because I was going to show it to Steve. It says that there's some folks by the name of Nerdrotic that help people with fundraising, crowdfunding. I'll check into them and see who they are. And to show
Jay
it to
goes live
Steve.
in 3 minutes. So if we want to,
Yeah, we
3
will.
minutes
We
there,
will.
yeah.
We will. I was trying to get Steve to hang out, so I was asking some very important questions, but he left.
well,
so.
he's. What kind of questions? I'll answer his questions.
Oh, I didn't have you. I'm making shit up. That's Friday Night Tights. Is it on YouTube, Twitch? Where's it at, Rick? I'll check them out. I'll probably get it with that right there, actually.
Come here.
Forbidden Frontiers. What's up, True Captain?
Up, up.
YouTube. Okay, right on. I'll check it out myself because I'm curious about it now. That's cool. All right. Oh, look, you've got an alien on your lap.
True.
The creature. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get us out of here. We'll raid into Jay then. So let me get the giveaways done first. I'll get next up here. I'm hungry. I'm anxious to go eat dinner. All right, I'm closing the entries out. Cats are aliens. Dogs are the cure. Whoa, interesting take, Manfred. All right, we're going to do these giveaways, and I'm going to pull. I'll pull a couple of $15 codes, and then I'll pull a $25 code. A link will pop up in the chat for our Discord. Just join our Discord, and Obsidian Risk, who's hanging out here with us. Say hi, Obsidian Risk, if you're still on. I think he is. But he's one of our moderators in Discord. You can just message him. He may find you, but send him down and he'll get you a code. He's got all the codes. There he is. There he is. All right, so for the first $15, oh, I probably should close these out. Did I close it? Did I not close them out? Probably doing that stupid web thing again. I don't know why it does that. It does that all the time. Close entries. Yeah, it must have closed entries. I'm going to refresh it. See what happens. Why does shit never work?
Holy cow.
Yeah, it worked. All right, there we go. I'm going to pick the first winner. Hell! All right, here we go. First winner is the one true captain. That's $15, Captain. Just go to that Discord link there if you're not already in our Discord and hit Scott up there, Obsidian Risk, and he'll take care of you. Congrats. Congrats. Our next $15 winner is Rawgarth. God, I screwed that one up. Congrats, brother. Glad to see you. Look, a wild hobbit. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Congrats. And then our final for $25. $25 is going to be, drum roll in my head, Soontide. Excellent. There you go, Soontide. Congrats. I haven't seen you win in a while, so that's fantastic. There goes the hobbit again.
Hooray.
All right, congrats to the winners. Fantastic, guys. Now let's get a raid up for Jay here. Everybody hold on. Let's see if we can get everybody over there so we can get some good numbers and show them some support. Really help.
Keep your hands and feet inside the bus.
Yes. Yeah. And thanks, guys, for coming and hanging out with us. We did a little different stream. We've been wanting to talk about that for a while. We're probably going to change the streams up a little more, too, so it's not always the same, just Steve and us giving updates constantly, because it gets tiring, you know what I mean? I know everybody wants to know, but what we're trying to do is on his stream on Tuesdays, we'll do them at the top of the hour. I'll give some updates on my stream on Fridays, and then on Thursdays, we'll answer what questions we can, but we're going to try and do some more theme stuff with you guys, because we like to talk with you guys and hear your crazy comments. It's pretty cool, actually. I dig it anyways, so pretty nice.
Chuck, we got to figure out how to record a simultaneous reaction to a shitty movie.
Okay. Why is that not? That was really weird. It did not let me raid into J.
Stream on multi-classing. There wouldn't be much to say.
There you go.
Don't. That's
multi-classing. That's a hole I don't want to go down. I don't use multi-class. I haven't used it in like 40 years, but because we got so many classes, I just say pick one of these or whatever. But that would be interesting to do, Rick.
Some of them we were like,
Davis. I know Davis likes multi-classing. I don't know if Steve does. I don't think Steve
that
does.
Can't be true. Is that real?
I think he does. I think he's done. I'll tell you somebody who does like multi-classing more than anything is Matt Golden. He is the king of that. He used to, like, when they would play at the table with Steve, when he would make a character up, he would literally go through the book and find the abilities from other classes and put those, make his own character class. He would multi-class everything. He would multi-class everything.
That kind of stuff is fine, like mixing paint.
Yeah, I know, but I remember that Steve had a rough time with it because of XP and all that stuff. So it's kind of funny. All right, we're going to raid into him. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. I'll be back tomorrow with my stream in the morning, hanging out with you folks. We'll do some more updates and just talk about whatever. All right. Thank you so much and Trav, if your spouse is a multi-classer, check their inbox. They can't be trusted to stick to a choice. He is correct about that. So, y'all have a good weekend. We really appreciate you. All right. Y'all have a peace out. We'll see you on the other side, and give Jay a follow if you would. Much love to him.
Yeah.
Here we go, Jay. Coming over.
Good stuff.
All right. Peace.